Good afternoon and welcome to this special live that I'm doing on my on my page today. I'm very conscious that it's exam season, and whilst I have my own Facebook group called Inspired Lifestyle Choices for Women over 35, I'm very conscious at this time of year that many of those women have children, students who are going through a particularly stressful time right now, studying for exams, whatever the age, whether it's GCSEs, A-levels, apprenticeship type exams, degree level, it doesn't matter. Exam season is a stressful time. And the temptation is therefore that the sort of foods that are being eaten goes out the window. So I wanted to share with you today the way you can eat that's really going to help yourself or your family and your youngsters to really stay calm, to support the brain, to support the memory function, to stop the body becoming too overwhelmed, because I know it can be too easy to reach for those sugary snacks. So let me give you and share these 10 easy steps. It's not about fancy foods. I'm not a believer in making things life difficult for you or for any of my clients, for myself or for my family. So I just want to share this with you because it can be much simpler than you think. So the first thing I want to talk about is the role of fats, and fats often get demonized as though we need to avoid them, but actually there are certain types of fats that are absolutely critical for brain function. They have particular names, very long names, known commonly as EPA and DHA, that are derived from omega-3. And whilst we can eat omega-3 type foods like flax seeds or walnuts, or maybe a little bit in green leafy vegetables, the conversion to these special fats is very poor. And the reason why they're so important for the brain and to help with memory and cognition is that these fats are found, the brain is 60 to 70% these fats, really important for the structure and function of the brain. Now, they are predominantly found in oily fish, and whilst you may think that youngsters may not like them, you may find that they do. Eating salmon, easily wrapped in tin foil, you could serve that alongside some lovely roasted Mediterranean vegetables, sweet potato, jacket potato, for example. You could do tin sardines on toast as an easy breakfast to start the day, or at lunchtime, or as a snack after coming home after exams and the body's feeling really, really fatigued. Very, very simple thing to do. But these oily fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines predominantly, should really be eaten, especially at this time, like 3 to 4 times a week. Now, whilst that may be difficult, then seeking out a really good quality in terms of purity, a supplement of fish oils that contain EPA and DHA is particularly important right now. Second one on my list is to do with eggs. Now, eggs contain a really important amino acid called choline, and choline is very, very important for memory and cognition. The other thing to do with eggs is the fact that choline also helps to regulate mood. They contain B6 and B12 that are very, very important for the nervous system. Now, eggs can be a brilliant, brilliant snack because you can boil eggs in advance. You can keep them in the fridge. And actually, a boiled eggs is a very, very simple thing to do as a snack. You know, say you're rushing between one exam and the other, it would be a really, really simple thing that you could eat. Another thing that I love about eggs, they are what I call my brilliant fast food, is that it's really quick to do scrambled eggs or to make an omelette. And what a fantastic way to start the day, to have something like an omelette. You could easily add some vegetables to that and put a few herbs in that, and that will really set you up to create energy throughout the day. Absolutely brilliant. Number 3 on my list is thinking about fluids now and trying to avoid too much caffeine, whether that's in tea, coffee, or some of those fizzy drinks and energy drinks. Now, it can be a false economy. We think we need the caffeine to give us the energy, to keep us going, But what it does is it actually acts as a stimulant. It creates the release of adrenaline from the adrenal glands. And what that does in turn is releases sugar into the bloodstream. It may seem like it provides a quick pick me up, but it very, very quickly results in a massive drop of energy. So if you went into an exam and had something like coffee before an exam and you feel fired up at the start, you may get 1 hour into an exam and feel really quite deflated and drained of energy and isn't going to make you think straight. The other thing about a stimulant is the stress response and the adrenaline. It's not going to help you stay calm. And as hard as it may seem, it's much better to try and go for more herbal drinks and rhubarb or hot water with lemon if you want a hot drink, and trying to keep those caffeinated drinks to an absolute minimum as much as possible. Staying on the fluid theme, staying hydrated. Your brain needs fluid and hydration just as much as the rest of your body does to function well. And if it's not well hydrated, you could be feeling really tired really, really quickly. So do try and stay hydrated. That does not mean drinking huge quantities of fluids in one go. It's trying to stay hydrated throughout the day, taking plenty of fluids with you and into an exam and sipping it throughout the exam, and sipping water throughout the day. 2 litres ideally would be the best amount to be consuming, but making sure it's little and often rather than all in one go. Now, if you don't like water, some people say they don't like the taste of water. Rather than trying to go for flavoured water that can be flavoured with artificial sweeteners and other chemicals that I do not think are good for you, then you could flavour water with mint or lemon or orange or cucumber, adding plenty of ice so it helps to stay hydrated and refreshed, particularly if it was a hot day or an exam room was really, really stuffy. Going back to foods now, protein is so important, and trying to focus on getting good protein sources and enough protein at every main meal, at breakfast, at lunch, and dinner, and in any snacks. Because protein helps to maintain energy levels, and it helps to keep you full between your main meals and helps to stop you reaching for sugary snacks. The other important thing about protein is that the amino acids from protein, some of those are needed to convert into those really important neurotransmitters like serotonin. And serotonin is a neurotransmitter that helps to keep you calm and in control. Another important thing that we need at this important time. So where else can you get protein from? Your main sources are things like meat and fish and eggs. You're also going to find it in nuts and seeds and soy sauces if you're vegan, in pulses and in lentils, things like Greek yogurt. And a great idea if you don't feel particularly hungry before going to an exam in the morning, but it's a really important thing to fuel yourself before you do. You may find it more palatable and more easy to digest if you're feeling a bit uptight and stressed, to have something like a protein shake where you buy a pea protein powder and you blend it with some frozen berries, maybe with some almond milk. So it'll be really flavoursome, but quite light and easy to digest, but it will really give you that energy and sustained energy and help to keep the brain a little bit sharper through the exam. Now, it's easy to reach your sugary snacks, as I've just said, but sugary snacks is a bit like the caffeine. It's going to maybe give you that quick buzz, but it's going to leave you feeling a bit deflated and low on energy fairly quickly. The same applies to the starchy snacks like crisps, because starch is sugar really as well. So it will have the same impact. If you feel you need a snack, don't forget I said like a boiled egg on the go is really easy. Maybe having a couple of oat cakes with some peanut butter or a nut butter on top. Protein powder again in a shake is a really good thing to be doing. I'm just looking at my notes here. Wholemeal toast, again, with something like a nut butter would be a good snack to do. Or like I said, coming home from an exam, sardines on toast, absolutely fantastic. Poached eggs on toast, scrambled eggs on toast. Wholemeal toast would be a really good thing to do. Now, try and aim to have dark green leafy vegetables, at least one portion every single day if you can. It could be kale, it could be broccoli, it could be cabbage. Now, dark green leafy vegetables are rich in vitamin K, in B6, in lutein and beta carotene. And all of these support your memory and concentration. So do eat an abundance of vegetables, but try and add into that these dark green leafy vegetables at this important time. Moving on to fruits, try and avoid the really sugary fruits, which are the grapes and the lovely tropical fruits and bananas. Really easy things to reach for, I know, and you know, snacking on grapes may seem like a good idea, but if I can encourage you to switch for berries, whether it's blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, they are coming into season right now. Snacking on blueberries would be a great thing to do. Very, very low sugar snacks, much better than grapes, because they are high in sugar. And the other important thing about these is they contain plant compounds called anthocyanins, and these help memory and cognition, just like those dark green leafy vegetables do as well. Choose nuts and seeds over crisps, so Brazil nuts and walnuts, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. This vast array of nuts and seeds are available. Not only are they a good source of protein, they're a good source of fiber, help to keep you sustained, good source of good fats as well. Brain-friendly fats help to keep the gut healthy, good source of magnesium and zinc to help keep the body calm and in control, and to support the stress hormones. Magnesium and zinc are very good for helping to support the stress hormones. And finally, whilst it's not a food and drink, do remember to breathe. And remember to breathe deeply as often as you can, because when we're feeling uptight, the temptation is to breathe very, very shallowly, and we breathe shallowly up here. And when we breathe shallowly, it can create and cause us to hold on to too much carbon dioxide, and that can make us feel more anxious. The moment we try and breathe deeply into the abdomen, and just to slow it down a little bit, that not only helps to expel that carbon dioxide to help reduce that anxiety, but it actually helps to encourage the nervous system to switch from the sympathetic stress mode into the parasympathetic and make the body feel more relaxed and much calmer. So I hope you found those 10 tips healthy. You can find all my live videos that I record, a lot of them recorded in my group, Inspired Lifestyle Choices for Women over 35, and many, many videos, 150 of them can be found on my YouTube channel. Indeed, you may be watching this on my YouTube channel, which is called Peyton Principles Natural Health. Please find my YouTube channel and do come and subscribe so you can find all the videos that I do on almost a weekly basis. So good luck to everybody going through their exams right now. Wish you all the best. Try and stay calm, easier said than done, and really focus on those foods and drink that I just mentioned, because it could make that crucial difference in your performance. Best of luck, everyone, and thank you for watching.